prismatic effect, right? So the way the light scatters is people have never seen the same rainbow. Like it's always at different angles and everything, and so they're they're standing next to somebody and they're still seeing completely different rainbows than what they were seeing. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming today for our first service in the new year. Welcome to the Whitestone ceremony service today. For today's meditation for the new year, let's begin by getting comfortable in our chairs and taking a breath. I'm Barbara Voss, a Unity in Lynnwood prayer chaplain. You can cross your legs and plant your hands on your lap or wherever you feel comfortable. Close your eyes and place your attention on your breath. Okay, now move your attention to the top of your head. At the top of your head, imagine a golden bowl. Make the gold color a bright gold color of light of the Christ consciousness. Breathe into and out of your golden bowl to increase the brightness. Now in this bright golden bowl, create an image of something you would like to manifest in the coming year. It could be health. You could see yourself healthy enough to successfully complete a 5K walk. It could be wealth. You could see yourself owning a new car. Whatever it is you want to manifest. Once you've decided on this image, shift your attention to your feelings. How will you feel once you've manifested the object, the goal, the event? Will you feel wholeness, peace, relief, joy? Now focus on the end resulting feeling you desire as a result of manifesting your goal, your desire. Now take the image and your resulting feelings from the golden bowl and pull all this down from the top of your head into every cell of your body. You can use your breath to breathe in the image and feelings and breathe out the image and feelings throughout your body. You may notice the image changes or your feelings change as you do this. Continue to allow the feedback between your image and feelings and body awareness as you pull this into yourself to manifest. As you move through the year, be open to how your desires come to you. So we'll keep practicing this in the silence. As this sacred time of silence comes to a close, we remain thankful for the movement of the Christ consciousness. We welcome our church family into our white stone service. We know that divine grace and love greets and enfolds everyone. We give thanks for the service through Dr. Richard and the music ministry led by Matthew Wilson. Blessings to all of you in the new year. So it is. Amen.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to the present moment, here to a new beginning here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul.
Good morning to Sunday at Unity in Lynnwood. Let's begin this morning with a meditation to bring out your inner smile and love for yourself. Start by settling in wherever you are, grounding yourself and preparing to receive. If it helps to focus inward, feel free to close your eyes. Take a gentle breath and let it be easy and relaxed. As you exhale, feel the lightness of your being. As you continue to breathe, exhale anything stale or heavy, letting the breath rid you of anything that might be weighing you down. As you take your next breath, imagine a smile coming to your face. It doesn't have to be perceptible. Almost like the Mona Lisa, subtle and gentle. You might imagine you are looking at or even touching a person or animal you love. You can smile with your eyes or with your mouth, because just the simple act of smiling can promote feel-good chemicals in your body. As you feel that smile, imagine directing it inwardly, smiling inside. Smile at yourself. Smile at your very being. Smile at your innocence, your inner little child. You can even smile at your foibles, your perceived lacks, your failures, at your comparisons, your competitions, or even your mistakes. Smile at your successes and accomplishments, your achievements, your triumphs. Just smile inwardly at all the things that make you, you. As you continue to breathe, direct your smile at your inner purity, that source where joy and happiness originate deep inside you. If you like, you can direct that smile toward a particular part of yourself, perhaps something that needs a little extra love, attention, or healing. Shine that light on your heart, your lower back, your foot, your stomach, whatever needs a little sunshine and love. If there's any place that's hurting, you can direct that smile there. Feel the energy of that smile like the rays of the sun nurturing and nourishing that part of you. Offer yourself the same loving kindness that you might to a child or a puppy. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be free from suffering. May I forgive myself. May my true nature be free to express itself fully and with love. Feel your worth. Feel your inherent right to love and joy and happiness and peace. And so it is.
Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of love. Get ready, my soul. Good morning, Unity in Lynnwood. Look around you, you look great. If you will stand and greet one another and maybe learn a few names while you're at it. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Okay, the cocktail party part of church is drawing to a close, but, oh wait, there were no cocktails. Good morning, everyone. On this very first Sunday of 2024, a number that, remember when it was turning 2000 and you thought you were so old? Yeah. Oh, man. Anyway, good morning. I am your welcome host, Elizabeth Nachman, and my job is to make sure that you know that you are most welcome here. Whether it's your first Sunday or your 400th, we extend our gratitude for your presence. It bears repeating that we welcome you regardless of your age, gender, marital or social status, your sexual orientation, or even if you just attended a different religious service right before this one. Totally cool. We simply want you to feel welcome to bask in the joy of sharing some soulful time together. Perhaps you're joining us online while sharing leftover mapo tofu with your bull mastiff Brutus, or splitting a croissant with Charlie, your cockatiel. You can come to church in your Sunday best, whether that's a three-piece suit or a tiara and tennis shoes. As they say, you do you. It is incumbent on those of us who've been here a while to ensure that we welcome both newcomers and old friends and everyone in between. Yeah, I don't know about you, but sometimes that's a challenge for me. I ask myself, what gets in the way of my being as welcoming as possible? And the answer for me is usually fear, which tends to be the reason why I don't do a lot of things that I know that I should do. In his book, A Life of Meaning, James Hollis, PhD, says, it matters most that our life not be governed by fear. He goes on to say that while we certainly can't avoid fear, it's only through living that risk of fear that we can get a larger life. To take it a step further, Hollis cites Carl Jung in saying that only boldness can deliver us from fear. And if we don't take that risk, well, then the meaning of life is, in Jung's word, violated. Or I'd say at least pretty well sabotaged. So, as we are about to embark on our Whitestone Sunday, I encourage you to reflect on your fears and behaviors as they are created in you. We need to ask ourselves, who or what are we serving when we serve fear and anxiety? As Hollis says, it's worth acknowledging your ego as the, and I quote, nervous creature running back and forth, trying to keep the world happy and your soul happy. So what do we do about this fear of fear? In the immortal words of Susan Jeffords, we feel the fear and do it anyway. Taking responsibility means never blaming anyone else for anything you are being, doing, having, or feeling. The only way to get rid of fear is doing something to go out and just do it. Well, yeah, it sounds simple, huh? Maybe for some, but if you're anything like me, you might need some tools to prepare you for jumping off that cliff of fear. Unity co-founders, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, actually have some great methods to get you ready for this little adventure. And if you want to dive a little deeper into this topic to prepare yourself to take those risks, come back in a couple of weeks and I'll be exploring this topic with you. In the meantime, do make sure y'all love on each other today because after all, that's why we're here. Thanks.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through crying, I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping against all hope. I'm through longing for something gone that'll never return. I think I finally learned to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through grieving, I'm through dreaming that the life I had is ever coming back. No more wishing on someone's star that'll never be mine. I think it's finally time to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I've survived many times before, broken hearts, slamming doors. I'll be alright, yes I will, once more, just as I did back then. I'm gonna rise again to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Yes, I know it's gonna be everything new. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new.
All right, everything new. Great. Thank you so much.
Happy New Year, Unity in Lynnwood. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. My New Year is already happy. And it's because of the immense gift and privilege of, as I like to say, yet again, basking in the noble depths of you. So I begin with words of gratitude, as I so often do, for the gift of you today. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you, and thank you. If you're a member of our virtual sanctuary this morning, we invite you to identify your geography, offer a first name, allow our social media host to extend words of welcome, and even now, Pascaline in Nairobi, welcome back, Pascaline, and William in Japan, Ursula, Dale, Lori, and so many more. If you're a member of our physical sanctuary this morning and you would join me in extending welcome to those in our virtual sanctuary, I would invite you to turn this direction, offer a wave of thanks to Walayn, and repeat after me, we see you. We see a high and noble truth for you. We welcome you today. And so it is. Oh, my goodness. Today we announce the launch of what is called Super Bowl of Caring in Gathering. We have been challenged by two other Unity centers. Not to worry, there's not a competitive bone in my body. We've been challenged by two other Unity centers. And of course, the end game is the winners are people who use our local food banks. So between now and February 14th, bring your donations of food bank appropriate items on a Sunday morning, or call the office and arrange to deliver them during the week. And on February the 14th, our youth will take our items, have them weighed, at which point we will inevitably celebrate our victory. Cans are good, thank you. Large cans. are very good. We are so fortunate. Your board of trustees was on campus yesterday talking about you, talking about how we can more fully serve you with greater excellence. How amazing is that? To know that you were the conversation underway at Unity in Lynnwood yesterday. We do so under the leadership of a truly noble soul who would like to update you on certain matters this morning. Will you join me in welcoming the Reverend Dr. Jennifer Lovejoy, please?
Good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. So those of you who have been with us for a while know that over the last year, we were working on a visioning process. We've had a mission statement since 2014, fashioned at that time by the community and the Board of Trustees, but we didn't have a vision statement. And so many of you participated in that process, and today I wanted to give you an update. I've been getting a lot of questions. When are we gonna hear about that vision statement? What's happening with that? So today is your opportunity. So if I can have the first slide, Cameron. I just wanna give you a little bit of the process. Again, maybe you're newer and aren't familiar with what we did, but this is something that has really been in conversation for a long time. I know that Dr. Richard and Reverend Nina, when she was here, had many conversations. The board had a lot of informal conversations about what is our why? Why do we do what we do? We know what we do, but why do we do what we do? And so last December 2022, the board actually had the first formal retreat to discuss our why. What is our vision? Why do we do what we do? And we decided that we really wanted to take the year of 2023 to involve the community and to really do a deep exploration of this. So we agreed that we were going to bring in Reverend Karen Cleveland from Centers for Spiritual Living in Seattle. She's one who has a lot of experience doing and leading groups in visioning process. So some of you met her during our community meetings, which we held in July, August last year, along with sending out questionnaires. We got a bunch of responses to that. The board had a retreat with Reverend Karen in September, and then in October through December, we basically had ongoing discussions because we didn't feel complete yet. So I wanted to share on the next slide some feedback actually directly from you. This is something, this word cloud, and I know you can't read it, so I'll help you out. Karen put together these word clouds based on the questionnaire feedback from the community to questions like, what brings you the most value in coming to Unity in Lynnwood? And this particular one, because of what Unity in Lynnwood does, people feel ... and everyone filled in. And so some of the bigger bubbles say things like uplifted, joyful, empowered, loved, accepted, connected, inspired. Does that sound like us? We thought it did too. So we gathered your feedback. We got your feedback from the community meetings. We worked with Reverend Karen, and then we started to wordsmith and really think about what is it we do. And the first thing that we came up with was something that really tried to incorporate Unity's teachings around our threefold being, mind, body, spirit. We felt like that, why we do what we do is something about that. And we came up with a statement, if you'll show us the next slide. We support people in realizing and expressing their divine potential in spirit, mind, and body, and we loved that, and we thought, yeah, that's true, but then we realized, well, that's not a why, that's another how we do what we do. And so, as some of you may have noticed in recent weeks, we have added this as a seventh supporting statement to our mission statement. We feel that it is very important. We wanted to have it as part of our mission and vision, but it wasn't quite at our why. Wasn't quite the vision. So we continued to talk, and we looked at different examples and different wording and other things that we could do with it. And finally, in meditation at one of our regular board meetings, we realized that our vision has been staring us in the face for quite a while. So if we go to the next slide. To celebrate our unity and to honor all life. We've been saying this as part of our invocation every Sunday for a long time, and realize that this really captures the essence of what we want to say, not only about our interaction with each other as a community and the broader community and human beings, but all life, the sacredness of all life and the importance of our interaction with all life. And so here's our vision statement. Happy New Year.
How lucky am I? How lucky am I? Words of invocation, take them in the manner best suited to you, whether reading aloud robustly or prayerfully or closing your eyes and perhaps having the sense that the words are doing you. And they read as follows: though imaged and named variously, there is a singular and eternal ground of being from which all life emanates and into which all life retreats. We choose to call this ground of being God. By extension, we come to understand that we are spiritual in nature, human in expression, and limitless in potential. We gather today to remember such truths, let's hear it, to celebrate our unity and to honor all life. Good for you, Unity in Lynnwood, good for you. So there's a text, and the text offers something of a promise, and I quote, "He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. To him who overcomes, I will give some of the hidden manna, and I will give a white stone, and a new name written on the stone, which no one knows but he, of course, she, they as well, who receives it." If you did not receive a white stone upon entry and you desire to participate in today's ritual, simply raise a hand and a member of a welcome team will happily deliver one to you. Keep your hands high, please, and thank you. You are doing an excellent job of holding your hand in the air, Nancy. I simply want to affirm that. So the text is from a book in the Judeo-Christian library. It's called Revelation. Let's start by unpacking Revelation a bit, because if you are like most people, your knowledge of Revelation is some sloppy amalgamation of various Hollywood movies, leading you to speculate about what might be found on the scalps of ill-behaved children at your local super center. Consider that Revelation is an apocalyptic text written in an era of staggering oppression by a cruel and unjust empire. It pointedly identifies that cruel and unjust empire in what would have been a highly symbolic language, well understood by its target audience. It foretells of the fiery end to that cruel and unjust empire and to the emergence of a new Jerusalem, a city of light. Now, to be specific, Revelation is an apocalyptic text about the fall of Nero and Rome. The sixes pointing to Nero's name, and of course the seven-headed monster pointing to the hills of Rome, you see, and to the rise of a new and better way of being. And that's what an apocalypse is. It's about the fall of an old way of being and the rise of a new way of being. That's the context for today's scripture. It's a context speaking to the fall of an old way of being, to the rise of a new way of being. Even the word's origins would suggest a revealing or an uncovering more than some sort of catastrophic ending. Now, the white stone you hold in your hand, perhaps you would do me the honor of showing me that in fact you hold it in your hand. You see, that's my elementary school teacher self coming out. The particular stone which you hold in your hand, it was quarried in the vicinity of Bethlehem. We have these shipped for you. And a stone such as this had a long and rich history in the Greco-Roman culture in which this scripture arose. It would have meant something to the people, you see. For example, it was a white stone, not unlike the one you hold in your hand, that was used in elections. As you might imagine, a person voting was given both a white stone and a black stone. If the person voting cast the white stone, it signaled approval. If the person voting cast the black stone, it signaled rejection. So maybe it can be said that the white stone, which you find in your hand, serves as a symbol of approval or worthiness. And yet it was that same white stone inscribed with a host's name, which was given as a gift to any honored guest. In this case, the white stone granted the honored guest the authority to order servants or to purchase items at will. You might think of it as something of a vintage Visa, really. Maybe an antiquated Amex. Dated Discover. I'll stop. I apologize. I will stop. Medieval MasterCard, maybe. I don't know. So maybe it can be said that the white stone which you find in your hand serves as a symbol of authority or abundance. And yet in ancient Greek tradition, when an individual was acquitted of a past misdeed, it was a white stone which the judge offered the acquitted, and from that moment forward, the acquitted individual would display that stone as proof of his or her freedom from the past. How do you like that one? How beautiful is that? So maybe it can be said that the white stone which you find in your hand serves as a symbol of freedom, serves as a symbol of your innocence. And yet in ancient Roman custom, it was a white stone which was given to the victor of an athletic game, and the white stone displayed the victor's name, and it served as something of a ticket to a special awards banquet. So maybe it can be said that the stone which you find in your hand serves as a symbol of accomplishment, overcoming, perhaps. And then again, the building materials used during the time of Revelation included white marble. And the front of the temple of the city that was cited in this text boasted white marble pillars that were engraved with the names of people who had reportedly been healed by God. So maybe, just maybe, the white stone you find in your hand could serve as a symbol of wholeness or a symbol of transformation. So if you're like me, maybe you can find some peace in the idea that whether the author was promising approval or worthiness, authority or abundance, freedom, innocence, that whether the author might have been suggesting accomplishment or overcoming, wholeness or transformation, the author was suggesting something pretty good. Something pretty good. He who has an ear, let him hear. To she who overcomes, I will give some of the hidden manna, and I will give a white stone with a new name written on the stone, which no one can know but the one who receives it. This ceremony, then, this ritual, becomes one of boldness. And I say it's one of boldness because if you're like me, you would prefer just to jump directly to the promise of the white stone. Do not pass God, do not collect $200. You would prefer just to jump to whatever new life that white stone represents without navigating the rigors of whatever new mind the white stone might require. And it's understandable, really. Don't be too hard on yourself. We have become a quick fix, instant gratification society. We want the problem, the outworking, and the resolution conveniently confined to a 30-minute segment, just like Ward and June, just like George and Wheezy. And yet the order set forth in today's teaching is inspiration, overcoming, support, and from that, new life. The text begins, he who has an ear. In other words, it begins not with an outer hearing, but with a spiritual receptivity. The order set forth implies that which would appear in your world of form starts with an idea. Some would say that everything which we see in the world of form is the manifestation, the outworking of idea. And it's one thing to have the idea for sustained sufficiency. It's another thing to have the idea for vibrant health. It's one thing to have an idea for soulful partnership, but it's quite another to begin to embody that idea, to begin to embrace that idea, to own it, we might say. This is why I say so often that it's one thing to speak a prayer. It's quite another thing to become a prayer. And yet it's only as we do exactly that, it's only as we give ourselves to change, that change gives itself to us. You see, while we love to say, why isn't this prayer being answered? We would often do better to ask, how am I not answering this prayer? And the order goes on to say that it's as you overcome, as you become willing to move from any stuck states, that you'll begin to receive a portion of the manna, the same hidden manna that was provided Moses and the slaves as they embarked upon their journey from that stuck state that was Egypt toward their promised land yet unseen. Inspiration then, followed by overcoming. and then support. It's a ceremony mirrored in the wisdom of that timeless quote. You've heard it many times. The moment one definitely commits oneself, providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never have otherwise occurred. A whole stream of events issues forth from the decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no person could have dreamt would come their way. And the order concludes by promising that you will receive your white stone with your new name. The order concludes by promising new life. This passage, this teaching, this formula is one of hope, you see. It's one of hope. So in a very real sense, I think we've had it quite backward for a number of years. After all, it seems pretty clear to me that the white stone isn't where we start. The white stone is where we finish. The white stone with your new name is revealed as the grand climax to something of a spiritual journey. So today's ceremony is one in which we declare our willingness to, well, obey what the Spirit says, even if it's risky, even if no one around you will get it. This ceremony is one in which we declare our willingness to overcome or to move, to set out for those promised lands yet unseen, those lands of milk and honey, which from where you sit this morning can only be known in the realms of intuition and faith, deep spiritual knowing. We declare our willingness to move beyond our stuck states, trusting that promise of hidden manna, of divine sustenance, of divine support, trusting that in the end we will be made new. Inspiration, then overcoming, then support, then new life. That is the formula. So here's the invitation then. This year, give yourself permission to carry your white stone for a while. Give yourself permission. Maybe you'll get a word to write this morning, but maybe you won't. Maybe you won't. And if not, then allow the blankness of the stone to represent your openness, your availability. Let it represent your invitation to the new name which your spiritual work, your spiritual journey will call forth from you in upcoming weeks. In other words, allow the blankness to represent a receptivity to the person your spiritual work will require you to become. You might already know the answer. Maybe. There are white stones across this planet. They're under pillows. They're in cup holders. They're on dashboards, and they bear words such as courageous, words such as worthy, lovable, powerful, enough. when you get your new name, the invitation is to write it on your stone, whether that's today or in the days that follow. You will find writing utensils in the seat backs in front of you. Then invite you just to carry your stone with you. Carry your stone with you as a reminder of how God works. Take a deep breath with me, won't you? Take a breath. Let's close the outer eyes. Let's begin this process with our eyes closed to that world which would speak to us of separation, limitation, partiality, linear time, beginnings, endings. Let's close our eyes to that world. Let us close our eyes to that, not because we would turn from the truth, but that we might come to perceive a deeper truth. And we take a breath. What a gift it is to be together. What a gift it is to pause. What a gift it is to be safe. He who has an ear, let him obey what the Spirit says. So what would the very highest of me dream today? And we watch, we listen. It's a great question. What would the very highest of me dream today? Never mind that it's dangerous. Never mind that it's risky. That's the stuff of soul growth right there. What would the very highest of me dream today? Never mind that it's unpopular. Never mind that it's unlikely. That's the stuff of soul growth right there. What would the very highest of me dream today? It makes no difference that it's yet unseen. What would the very highest of me dream today? We resist the temptation to answer the how, to engineer, to coerce, push, force, make happen. We simply entertain. What would the highest of me dream today? If the answer is clear, if the answer is forthcoming, you're welcome to open your eyes and write it. Otherwise, you're welcome to continue to reflect, to ask, to watch, to listen, to consider. What would the highest within me dream today?
We've all heard this kind of story. Somebody's diagnosed that their time is suddenly short, and And in the back of our minds, we wonder, what if that news was mine? Would we do more of the same with the moments that remain? Would we live like we were dying? Why wait? Why wait for that fateful fall, for that wake-up call? Why wait until it's too late? There is only today. We've all heard this kind of story. An earthquake strikes the coast of a distant land. Seems like every time we come together as humankind, we make a different choice. Kindness cuts through all the noise, and we're suddenly united. Why wait? Why wait for that pouring rain, for that hurricane? Why wait till it's too late? There is only today. Why wait? Oh. When an ambulance goes by, everybody pulls aside. The holidays put smiles on every face. Tell me, what's the reason why we need excuses to decide we are part of only one human race? We've all heard this kind of story. Someone keeps their dream a secret all their life. Why wait? Why wait? 'Cause if we don't try, oh, that dream may die. Why wait till it's too late? Let the future fall away. Let regret evaporate. There is only today. Why wait?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Dr. Richard, and musicians. Oh, I love this service. Did you notice how good these feel in your hand? They just feel so awesome and comforting. Anyway, now is the time we like to give you the opportunity to give back to this incredibly amazing community. In his book, Prosperity, Charles Fillmore said, "There is no promise of increase unless we give freely. Let go of the gift entirely and recognize the universal scope of the law. Then the gift has a chance to go out and come back multiplied." Okay. Said another way by John Bunyan, "A man there was, and they called him mad. The more he gave, the more he had." So, give it a try. Give like a madman. Your generosity is so warmly appreciated. Electric giving options appear on the screen, and for those choosing to give a physical gift, the ushers will gratefully pass baskets. If you would like information about Unity in Lynnwood's programs of regular giving, planned giving, or legacy giving, please grab a Giver Circle brochure back at the Welcome and Information Station or write Dr. Richard directly. For those already participating, we extend a special thanks. Please join me in our affirmation as it appears on the screen. I give freely and fearlessly, fulfilling the law of giving and receiving.
Blessed always, for the arms of God surround us, and our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, for the arms of God surround us, let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, ushers. We do have some announcements today, but before we get to those, we like to take a minute and recognize anyone who might be new or newer to Unity in Lynnwood today. If you wouldn't mind giving us a little wave. Anyone? Anyone? Okay, well, you're all, oh, I missed that, but welcome, welcome. We do like to take a minute to orient anyone who might be new or newer. In the seat back in front of you, there are a number of cards. There's a newcomer's information card. There's a stay in touch card. If you fill that out, you will get a couple of emails from us a month letting you know what's going on. They're really kind of fun and informative. There's a prayer request card. And if you have any questions about anything that's happened here today, please feel free to join me back at the Welcome and Information Station after service, and I will be happy to entertain any and all questions or, just give you a hug, whatever you need. Also, make sure if you're new or newer to stop by a Soul Things gift shop and ask for a complimentary copy of the Daily Word. This is full of lots of great inspirations for a couple of months to kind of kickstart you into the new year. It's really awesome. So, announcements. Please remember to register for all events by visiting the calendar page at www.unityinlynnwood.org. And if you have a compliment or a comment, please write "We Listen" at unityinlynnwood.org. We're here for you. First Sundays, this is the first Sunday, is Connection Sunday. That means that any small group or volunteer leaders present with us today will invite you to ask questions about their programs. So if there are any leaders in the room right now, if they would identify themselves so our newcomers. All right. There's a lot of them. Okay, so please feel free to join our leaders and the rest of us in Friendship Hall after service. I hear there's going to be quite an awesome spread at our newcomer potluck, which we do have every first Sunday of the month. Please consider the offerings of Unity in Lynnwood's small group and interfaith ministries as they appear on the screen, making a special note of the men's group meeting facilitated by Glenn. If you'd like to give a little wave, feel free to seek Glenn out. Thank you. And that is the last Sunday of the month at 9:30 on site. And finally, the annual financials meeting will be Sunday, January 28th at 12:30 p.m. following service. Unity in Lynnwood's Board of Trustees invites you all to attend. All are welcome to join in this presentation of UIL's 2023 fiscal performance, current position, and 2024 budget. That's what I got.
So I've decided I would like to tell you everything I told you again. But I will do so in 60 seconds. There is no shortage of inspiration for you. It was the great religious science teacher Kennedy Schultz who said, the problem with being a human isn't that you don't know what to do. The problem is that you know exactly what to do and you refuse to do it. There is no shortage of inspiration. Inspiration will require you to move through your stuck states. You cannot keep one foot on first base and steal second in the world of consciousness. But have hope. Have hope. As you courageously move through stuck states and press forward, new support that you could not have imagined will find its way to you. And in that process, one day, you will awaken. You will pull a white stone from under your pillow as a reminder that you have been made new. 60 seconds. Why didn't he do that the first time? I'm so happy to be with you. Thank you for being here with me. Take a deep breath. Let us close with that same technology, that same discipline with which we began. We will call it prayer, although it matters not what you call it. It is the process whereby we elevate that conscious center of us. Not that when we reopen our eyes, we abandon it, but that we maintain it, that we, in fact, allow an elevated consciousness, a higher awareness, a new perspective. We allow it to become the very lens through which we perceive our worlds, the filter through which we engage our relationships and our circumstances. I begin with the ostentatious, bodacious consideration that the God of my understanding is indeed present. The God of my understanding is present at the very heart of me today. The God of my understanding is present in its fullness at the very heart of me today. I don't know about you. For me, this is a reminder that I am, in fact, life having its way as me. I am an infinite wisdom, exploring its limitless universe through my hands, through my feet. I am a sufficiency to all the authentic works of my soul. The God of my understanding is fully present, fully alive, fully awake, alert, at the very heart of me today. I hold that. I hold that. Just hold it. What does it mean to you to have the infinite creative impetus of all time fully present in you today? In the end, I call it good news. So I allow a sense of gratitude to rise. And as I consider now reopening these physical eyes, I make a commitment not to abandon that gratitude, but to bring it forth. That it might, in a sense, become a fragrance that lingers on the path of my beingness. And we close our time together as we always do, with sung words of blessing, sung words of farewell.
May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you,
if you would like to pray with someone following the conclusion of this time together, we have prayer chaplains in service to you today. If you're a member of our virtual audience, start the process by writing prayer at unityinlynnwood.org. Include a working telephone number and expect a call within a couple hours that we might have faces to anticipate. May I ask those chaplains in service to these audiences this morning to please stand and allow us to acknowledge you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Unity in Lynnwood, Happy New Year. You are a blessing. You are a blessing. Have a great week.